2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're in the great state of Texas for the opening round of the Valero Texas Open. Let's get boot scooting. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me is Rich Beam. And out on the course, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. Oh, Rich, how good's this day going to be? It's exciting. I can feel it in my veins already. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another one out on the course. But before we get into that, please take us through this course.
I'm having a hard time coming up with one that's it's a little more fiery, I would say, than San Antonio. It's just a golf course that I think it was designed, Luke, to play firm and fast with winds mostly blowing out of the south. But what happens is, as we normally play it, they overseed the fairways, they overseed the rough, which slows everything down. And then at least one day a week, you've got some north winds that, you know, slow everything down. And this golf course is just, it's painful. It really can be no fun to play. You got to drive the golf ball here. Danger everywhere off the fairways. A few years back, one of the guys who was playing in front of me made a 16 on the 9th hole, and that was kind of interesting, but that's what can happen in a hurry out here.
We're going down to the first hole now. As we alluded to in the intro, there does appear to be a bit of a rivalry that's taken shape. Henny, what seems to be happening from your perspective?
Hi Luke, yeah, I'm looking forward to following these two players in the group. Words have been exchanged between these two leading up to the event, and our featured player seems to really want to prove something out on the course today.
Thanks, Henny. That should definitely add an extra layer of excitement to our broadcast this week. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today.
Oh, that downslope has just added a ton to this drive.
Nicely done. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
Bogey putt coming up here. Currently at +1 for the day. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Second shot on the second. Well done. Got a lot of that. This now, his third shot. This would be a great up and down. That's tidy. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Yeah, she's looking good right now. One stroke better than her rival.
See, if this is up, it could be in. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Oh, that's good grit there.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
He's currently tied for 5th. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup.
Henny's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
That's disappointing. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
These par putts, they keep around going.
Putting now for a bogey. Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. That one's got some intent. And makes it. What a bomb. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. The fourth is one of the stronger par fours at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Sit down. Sit. That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. Time for the second shot here at the fourth. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Okay, I didn't see that from the rough. A stunning approach shot that everyone down here enjoyed, apart from Lydia Ko.
Just a 4-footer remaining. He's looking for his first birdie of the day. Always good to lead the bounce-back category. That's a good stat. And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Wow. He let the big dog eat on that one.
Woof.
Second shot here on the 5th. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
With this putt, he'll tie up with Lydia.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is a big old left-to-righter.
Ah, the birdie just slides by. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
Yeah, that one will play. He's setting up for his second shot. Only a few shots off the pace. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Well, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
Not a bad line, this. What a putt that was. And a bonus now into the top 5. And with that now, back to level par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Going with the 5-iron here. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's trying to pull ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
It's on a good line. Oh, that is a touch of class from the sand. Second shot here on the 7th. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Great touch.
And he needs this to save par. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Welcome to the par 5 8th hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent.
Hopefully this one can hold on to the fairway.
Ouch. That's going to make the next shot a bit more challenging. Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success, and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle. But then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age. Amateur, then professional. And
yeah,
then
she exploded onto the scene.
She exploded, and then there was just a little bit of a drop off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which like, how did that happen? We're like, she's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden she fails and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly. Hats off to her. I love watching her game. I love watching her play. But I'm more fascinated by the fact that she's come back stronger, I believe, than she was when she first came out.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. Currently 1 under for the day. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Time for the second shot here at the 9th.
Going with less club.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have. This is a par putt. And well holed. Let's move on. And just with 9 holes remaining, Rich, what do you think here is going to happen for this player?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Wow, that was just striped. Oh, that ball's grown some legs. That thing's running. Wonderfully played. His second shot here. Just a couple back from our leader. Oh, I like the look of this one. This looks really good. Just a short putt remaining here. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Oh, this could be first cut. Hang in there, little ball.
Okay, this one's going to probably just catch the first cut, I think. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. That is absolutely brilliant.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
This shot from the first cut of rough.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the green too. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
He's currently tied for first.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
We'll reach this par 4 12th. Really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Sitting at 3 under par. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Yeah, she's behind now, but that could be a motivating thing.
Let's take a look at Lydia Ko, shall we? Just 3 back from the leader.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Oh, that's incredible. And for birdie too.
You know, I think trailing would have really annoyed her into holing this shot out.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Five feet coming up to the cup.
This is all about momentum. It's a par save.
He's currently just in second place. Thirteen's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She got one back on that last hole.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Oh, be the right club today. And back to the course with the live action. This one is from at least 30 feet out.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Henny's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to break to the right.
Putting for par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is about 24 feet for him here.
This one's starting out to the left. Watch this one swing back.
Ooh. putting for a bogey. And that puddle drop. Well done. And he'll move back to 2 under after that one. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't deserve that. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Opting for the 5-iron. Nice recovery there. This here for a share of second on the leaderboard. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And it's a 1-stroke par far for our leader over the field. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Time for the second shot at the 15th. Opting for the 6-iron. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. "13 feet to the cup."
This for a birdie run.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
Like the look of this one. Birdie putt was oh so close to dropping. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the green.
Outstanding approach shot. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Currently 4 under for the round.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
Well, that was a boss move off that tee. Found the green in one shot. An eagle chance coming up.
Just a missile of a tee shot right onto the green.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt. Now 4 under par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Nine feet to the cup. Henny's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This will be a good bogey.
Just one off the lead after that hole. Rich, the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio, very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
That's a high caliber shot. This is his 4th shot, and only one off the pace here. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
And finishing up with a par here today. And as they finish up their round, they find themselves in 6th place on the leaderboard.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at TPC San Antonio for the second round coverage of the Valero Texas Open. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. As always, it's delightful to have you join us. Our featured player is hanging on to a top 10 position on the leaderboard. Looking forward to seeing what goes down on the course today. Now to the first hole. That's heading for the fairway. And let's see what he can do here today. Second shot here on the first. Oh, right by the hole. What an opportunity to make a birdie. He finds himself in a share of third place. Let's take a look at this par 5 second hole.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
It was looking good already, but after that nice big bounce, it's looking extra good now.
Attaboy, good shot. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
It's time now to take a look at Lydia Ko. And in the hole she goes.
That's some special touch right there from that player coming out of the greenside bunker. Love to see it.
And he's down there. You got a read?
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Put a good stroke on this one. Ooh. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. At the conclusion of that hole, this player is currently second, just behind Max Homa. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. After that hole, he is in second place behind Max Homa. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
That one was fired out of a cannon.
Lining up here after a bunch of birdies, Rich.
It's a good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. And this putt to move into a tie for first. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Time to take a look at the leaderboard now, and our featured player shares top spot with Max Homa.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
This hole is so important at this critical time. Go for it, lay it back. How much do you trust your swing?
Awesome stuff.
This is his second shot. He shares top spot. Oh, I don't mind the look of this one. In fact, this is looking fantastic. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
This one needs to hold on to the fairway. Trouble ahead.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
Down to Henny we go.
He's got a good lie in the first cut here. No dramas.
We drew that one up perfectly, didn't he? Chosen the pitching wedge here. This is some ball striking. Hitting greens in regulation, it's a thing of beauty.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
That is sending the rest of the field a message right there.
As we head to the next tee, he leads by 2 shots. Hole 7, and it's a par 3. Going with the 5-iron here. Setting up in the bunker here. This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. And from the green side rough here. Sitting at 9 under. Currently leading. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. From the sand, looking to get up and down. And that's the line, the sand. Has he hopped? That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, perfect lie in the bunker and perfectly executed. This was nice.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Currently at -4 overall. On the tee now, the par 5 8th hole. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Second shot here on the 8th. setting up for his third shot. Just 3 strokes back. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently in 3rd place.
Here's Lydia Ko. Only 2 shots off the pace. Ooh, this might be hold. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A chance to move to 5 under par. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
And I think this one's going to go right to left.
Never quite hit that. Putting for a par now. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Par 4, 9th hole here.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
That was pummeled. Great drive. Second shot here on the 9th. Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. Before we head to the next, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And it's Max Homa in top spot. Next up is this par 4 hole.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Not bad. Time for the second shot at the 10th.
What an exceptional approach into this green. Lydia Ko seems to be paying a bit more attention to her rival now, and for good reason.
And that's 8 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And now he'll move to 6 under for the tournament. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Well, that looks like it caught the downslope there. That one's going to run a long way. Quality shot, that one. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
And from about 105 yards.
This one is all over it.
Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
High pressure moment here. This for a share of the lead. All right, that's now going to move him to 7 under for the event. The 12th hole is a par 4. Oh, well played. From about 100 yards. He shares the lead. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. How close was that to going down? And that should secure the par on this one. And as we look at the leaderboard now, and it's a pretty sight, he continues to share top spot with Max Homa. The 13th is a par 3. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
Well, that looked like a confident stroke. Gee, it's got some good speed about it. Yes, the putt drops. Beautiful. And at the conclusion of that hole, our player is leading this tournament, but Max Homa is in second. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Sitting at 8 under.
Okay, aggressive play, going for it.
That almost went down.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Well, you like the look of those hands. And a par putt awaits him. And down it goes. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Here we are on the par 4 15th hole. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And he's setting this one up from almost the same spot as yesterday on this hole.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
He's playing the draw here. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Wow, what a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And a chance to reach 9 under for the championship with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's so subtle, but it is going to go right.
Just a short putt remaining here. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Time to play one of the one-shotters. Setting up miles from the hole. This one's heading on a pretty nice line, I feel. This is tracking. Will it get there? Oh, so close. Well judged. Just a short par putt needed on this hole. And after that hole, our featured player leads by 1. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole. Oh, that was a boss move off that tee. Found the green in one shot. Putting for a birdie. A birdie with big wings. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This putt is 39 foot out.
A bit too much pace on that one. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
That away, come on.
Well, she's judged that beautifully from the sand. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And after that hole, he's on top of the leaderboard with Max Homa in hot pursuit. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5. A thing of beauty. Sitting at 9 under par. And here we are with the third shot. Currently leading by 2. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. And that is the conclusion of his round. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player is just barely leading the field, but absolutely loving the action this week.
No doubt, Luke. And even with the very slender lead going into tomorrow's round, Luke, I'm interested to see how well this player sleeps tonight.
On behalf of Rich Beem and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.